Hero Time starts now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next edition of Monk Minis Live here on RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? Yes, folks.
No.
Oh. Can you let me get through my intro without interrupting, please?
Never.
Anyway, we're here for some more tabletop action here on RVT. Of course, I'm the Shades, my lovely wife, Lady K, as you heard, and of course, we got the boys. Mildra the Monk, Matty Jay, Mike Shell, BioHybrid, and we have a special guest tonight. Mildred, you're the one that brought him in here. Why don't you introduce our friend?
Joining me because this particular adventure needed a sixth man. Straight from the archives of the OHP, and my dear friend, the smooth, the suave, JT Vega.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Deckard Kane. How's it going? JT is here today to say hello. Hello, everybody.
I half expected him
Hello,
to say,
I'm Nami.
I half expected him to say "suck it, Trebek."
Yes.
Hey, speaking of sucking it, can I throw in a particular button right now? This needs a little bit of setup because if I sound a little off tonight, well, let's put it this way. Let me put it in a button you can all understand. It's stuffed nose or clock, mother. Fuck off, influencer. Get the fuck out of here. Yes.
Hey, get it out of your system now before con next week.
All right, that's the way I see it, but I'm still pissed off I got it. Believe me. I hate having a cold. This is the reason why. I hate having a stuffed nose for a week and a flipping half. I hate it. I hate it as much as I hate Vince Russo.
Yeah, get in line.
All you're gonna have to do is just pump yourself full of vitamin C.
What do you think I've been
Zinc
doing?
and vitamin D.
D, C, and a shitload of ginger ale.
And no, Crimson, Lady K does not have cotton candy this time.
It sounds like somebody's got ice cream, though.
Yep.
She has lots of food from what we've been told.
But
2 steaks,
anyway.
3 eggs, and a bunch of rice.
And I will have cotton candy later.
Can we have some of that at Ranger Stop?
If you want to pull back a no, I guess.
So, Mildred, will you say it's now showtime?
There we go.
Mike, what did I tell you?
God damn it.
I specifically that if you did that, things were going to happen.
Oh.
Ninja vanish!
Hold on a moment.
I missed something here.
Assume the position, Mike.
He asked if it was showtime.
Yeah, I know, but I missed the joke here.
You're not the only one.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, crap, call the cops. We got a murder here.
Oh!
Stop, he's already dead!
I told you. Let me explain. His character's name is Matsu Sho. I said if you did that while we were live, I was going to dave him until my hands turn red.
You realize all you did was just incentivize him. He's like Lady K over here.
Well, he's gonna.
We all know how much Michael loves low-hanging fruit. Come on, you're the one that caused the sex change.
Well, in that case, I have to ask what low hanging fruit.
No, I'm saying that you are the cause behind him loving low-hanging
Honey,
fruit.
you missed the joke.
Still waking up. Oh, and as for everybody getting a bite of what I'm eating, fuck off. This is the first thing I've eaten in almost 24 hours.
I think you had cotton candy.
If I was to pass judgment on that, I'd also have to pass judgment on the many times over the years I've had pancakes for dinner.
Hey, I just woke up at 8 o'clock. This is my breakfast, goddammit. It is perfectly acceptable.
All right. Anyway,
Eggs.
it'd be a good time to explain what. As you can clearly tell, this ain't Warhammer. This.
Wait, what?
Hang on. Let me do a thing. This is Legend of the Five Rings. This is one of my top 2 favorite RPG settings of all time. This started out as a card game over 15 years ago. It's not in the hands of Alderach. It was one of the first real competitors to Magic the Gathering back in the day. But it had its own spins, namely the fact that it had an ongoing storyline through its organized play. It's now in the hands of Fantasy Flight Games, but what we're running is the last edition that was made under its original owners, Alderach. Legend of the Five Rings is best described as samurai fantasy. However, anybody who's expecting realism, as far as it being a realistic depiction of feudal Japan with a bit of fantasy elements, that is not what this is. It has never claimed to be that. And yet, sadly, some people still think it is.
Well,
But
let's put it this way, folks. What essentially he's saying is, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Now that said, the Five Rings setting focuses on the Emerald Empire, known as Rokugan, which has its own been feuding with and against each other for over a millennium. This is the story of set. And while I get my stuff loaded, I would like each of you to go around and introduce to be using. And I'm going to start with you, Bio.
Oh, me, huh? Okay. I am Yugon Isawa, a member of the Phoenix Clan.
You said it backwards, Bio. There's a reason I have the names written like that.
Okay, Isawa Yugon.
Yes. Shades?
I am Miramoto Satoshi from the Dragon Clan.
And Matty?
My name is Yoritomo Fuji from the Mantis Clan.
Mike?
I am Matu Sho of the Lion Clan.
Lady K?
Showtime. I am Doji Hotaru of the Crane Clan.
And finally, Vega.
I believe it was Satoshi Shigegawa of the of the Scorpion Clan.
Mm-hmm.
Shigemori, right?
Yep.
I
Soshi
apologize.
Shigemori.
So I apologize. Shoshi Shigemori.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for that one.
No worries. It is.
Yeah, I guess you have to understand, Japanese people get pissed off when you don't say their full name right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, people get my name wrong too, and you'll see me getting mad.
Sure. Well, I've gotten used to people not putting in the U in my last name.
And Crimson,
Right.
Crimson, I ought to bopper mace you for that.
Oh, come on. He's talking about motherfucking Tsurugi. How do you go wrong with that? Also, shout out to Giuseppe over on Twitch for the follow. Yeah, we're actually dual streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys are able to stream the high quality, I would suggest transferring over there. We're going to be trying to transition to that.
Also, if someone at Hyper RPG is listening, call me.
I second that. If only so I can get a crack at how their system is going to work. Anyway, the minor daimyo Doji Haruki has always craved more power and prestige among those who possess true influence in the imperial court. Now, on the eve of his greatest and most promising court, mere hours before the moment truly arrives, his most valued treasure has been stolen. It was the daisho of the great hero Seppun Daiori, given to Haruki by the Seppun family. Fearful that his greatest triumph come by the moment of his ruination, he makes in a call to a handful of samurai who are arriving for court ahead of schedule, desperate for their aid in returning the daisho before the court concludes. Specifically, this court is at the behest of Seppun Ayumu. The Seppun are one of the guardian families of the emperor. In this case, Empress technically, Iweko the First. By the way, is the volume good on the music, or
it's
or
perfect?
Should I...
It's fine. It's good. Yep.
Need to make sure I get one other thing loaded up. Okay, close that out. Vega will not be renamed Hanzo.
You can't be Mons. I don't even know who Hanzo is.
I believe that's Overwatch.
I'm thinking that's an Overwatch joke. Then weird. I am not having somebody do Ryugo Wateki. Go fuck yourself.
You could be Hanzo from Kubo and the Two Strings. He was kick-ass.
Or Hanzo from Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yeah, except here's the problem. They're swordsmen. He's not.
I'm a Shugenja.
You're not a ninja. You're a Shugenja.
Shugenja. Ninja vanish.
And anyway, now I should note that you'll be stopping at a small village on the Crab Plain border called Tochigi. There's not many amenities for visitors in this town. One small sake house and one inn to accommodate everyone. The shining point is Tochigi tea, which is a blend that's created nowhere else in the empire. The warm and soothing breeze wafts over the Crane village as to twilight. Everything is calm, serene, and beautiful, just as a Crane village should be. You count your blessings once again that the friendly Doji Haruki has invited you to stay at his estate. You smile as you remember the welcoming dinner Haruki threw when you arrived, his thin-faced smiling over exotic dishes and delicious sake. You hope that Seppun Ayumu's event will present the opportunity of a lifetime. The tranquility of the night ends abruptly as a loud shriek shatters the air. You follow the source of the scream to find a hectic scene within the audience chamber. Your host, Doji Haruki, kneels on the floor, head placed flat on the ground. In a shocking display of emotion, he weeps openly and wails in front of the pedestal. Haruki's hot pride and joy, the famous daisho of Seppun Daiori, is missing. The daisho stand is broken in half, its wooden shards left lying on the pedestal. Anybody again? So, what do you guys have to say about that? About seeing that kind of thing?
I'm just staying silent. That's all I'm saying, doing. Just looking at him, going like, what the heck is he? Why is he crying? That's what I'm wondering.
By my ancestors who had stolen such a priceless item.
Someone obviously with something to gain from it.
Mildra, check our chat.
Hang on.
We're in the mini chat tonight.
Oh crap! I went over to the TRPG. Okay.
And I saw it, and there is no. The closest thing that there would be a relation is very distant cousins, if that.
Okay.
I just look on. You could see a look of discern on my face, just, but I don't say anything.
Something trouble you, Satoshi-san?
And just
I don't
growl.
It sound. Otaro was gonna say something. Okay.
I have a mouthful. Give me a second.
1.
Apparently, I watched this woman eat in front of us.
Vega, I don't care if you're the newbie in this chat. I will hit you with the arrangement.
Problem is, you don't know what that is.
It's a large book. It's a large book of sheet music. Let's leave it at that.
That's roughly 10 pounds, I might add. Anywho, Hotaru goes over. What has happened?
Haruki wipes a bead of sweat from his brow and looks directly at you all. My honored guests, I apologize that your stay within my home has been rudely interrupted by this heinous, heinous crime. Unaware of the treasure that lay in the same home as you rested, but the ancestral daisho Seppun Daiori has gone missing. The artifact was a gift from my dear friend Seppun Ayame, whose celebration we were to attend next week. I must recover the blades before then, or lose my right to show my face in front of him. He swallows and then bows much deeper than he should, considering his status over yours. Please, I implore you, find the blades and return them to me, safe and sound.
A difficult task, but one I think we can handle.
Do you know who might have done such a thing?
I do not know. Maybe it was. Well, could have been. It's very clear from the way he talks that he's unsure and repetitive. Though he does give Soshi a few looks. His reasons.
Question. Any of your servants left recently?
They had all retired for the night. It couldn't have been any of them. If there was anyone, no, it had to be.
At which point I just look over. Who?
Hida Samano. On the other side of the border, he's been a thorn in my side for as long as I've drawn breath. Trading rights, political ramification of buildings, and that the other makes the region inaccessible, and him making the region inaccessible and accusing me of doing the same. He probably heard of the party and stole the daisho to humiliate me. You see him rush off into another room before coming back, and he hands you a stack of papers. If you look at them, you can clearly see that they're traveling papers. Take these. They should get you across into Crablands without too much trouble across checkpoints. You may take a horse from my stable to get there.
Before I leave, I want to investigate the scene to see if there's anything that might have been left for our.
All right.
Abscond.
Roll perception. If you don't have perception, it's roll perception. If you don't have investigation, otherwise roll investigation. This.
Eight.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
Anybody else gonna try?
I'll give it a shot.
I don't have that.
Nope.
Wrong thing.
14. Well, he said perception, right?
Yeah, but he rolled it on the
I shall consult my ancestors to see what they know.
Ooh, very nice.
Let's see.
Hold on. It's 40 dice.
Just click
Go
on investigate.
Go to your skills, JT.
Hold on.
With Roll20, there's usually buttons by whatever skills you can use, and you can just click that and it'll automatically roll it for you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be skills and then investigation.
Yeah, I just checked. I don't have investigations. There's.
Well, you can do an untrained roll.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the first button at the left.
I think I got.
Yeah, nope.
Got the right roll, but you kind of sucked at it. But you also said we could roll perception, right?
Yeah, if you want to just roll raw perception, you can do that.
I thought I did originally because I went on to my traits and I rolled that. Case in point.
Okay, Matty's first roll is a 4. Wait, that was.
Okay.
My first roll was a 14, though. If you want to take that one, I'll take that one.
Yep. Actually, let's.
I'll take that one.
All right. So Matsu. Fuji and Hotaru. There are a few things that you do notice. Whoever was the thief had very much had some skill in dexterity. You see a window See a window that's still open that was placed high on the wall. Small footsteps lined with a tiny scrap of mud that trails from the window to the broken die show stand. Anybody who's daring enough, roll again. Except consider it that you're adding 2 raises. So you need to beat 25 instead of the original 15.
All right, and how would I go about doing that?
Unfortunately, raises is just something you have to declare. There's nothing on the sheet that you'd say on it.
I'm staying home on this one. I didn't do anything.
Same thing.
If you want, you can spend a void point to give to add 1k1 to the roll.
I have a quick question about the footsteps, the muddy footprints that we see.
Go ahead.
How big are they?
About average sized for
male or female?
You can't tell.
Because average size goes differently for male or for women and men.
There's not enough mud to really tell. Crimson, this game uses a roll and keep D10 system.
I will go ahead and spend the void point to reconfirm with my ancestors on this.
Although, hang on a second. Let me check on that. All right. If you're spending a void point, add 2 plus roll and keep, and then take it off when you're done.
Okay. Where? Oh, add +1 to roll and keep.
Yeah.
Okay. And investigation. It still would be untrained for me, even though I have a rank 1 in it.
But let me. No, it wouldn't be untrained. If you've got a rank in it, why would you roll untrained?
Oh, okay.
And you need to redo it because you didn't add you only added +1 to keep. It's +1 to roll and keep. And roll it as a T.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ooh, I'm not going to even try to beat that.
Yep, you notice 3 when speaking with your ancestors. You see that people who can see this are the other Shugenja. Otherwise, everyone else thinks that you're just talking to yourself. They point to 3 long strands of black hair on the broken die show stand, with a dash of blood and you also see a dash of blood on the window where it shot the thief's hand and slashed it open. If you following the footsteps, it leads right into the city toward the western road, where it leads to horse tracks. Now, you could try and investigate the horse tracks, or you could ask the spirits.
I'm going to ask the spirits.
Sentai Master, I just D10 die pool. Why are you bringing up the D20 system? So I hope you didn't bet money on that because you just lost that bet.
Oh.
But
I'll be right back.
so
yes, I'm
Mike?
going to, yes.
For this, you would cast Commune, and depending on which lot you treat it as, that's the type of element that you're trying to commune with.
I would commune with Earth then, since that's what the tracks are on.
All right, make sure to note that you've used one Earth spell.
Okay, so one Earth spell, and commune is okay.
Damn.
My ancestors are with me to this day.
And apparently so are the dice gods.
And oh wait a minute, no, that's not gonna affect it because you don't have a affinity with Earth. But the thing that's odd is that the nearby kami are reluctant to participate. They're driven off from the area as if they're unwilling to manipulate the surroundings. To beat 20, you know that this usually happens whenever an item is cursed. If the cursed item rests in a certain place for an extended amount of time.
I assume that since the Shugenja can hear him, we can hear everything what's going on.
When it comes to communing with the kami, that's something that only the Shugenja can hear.
I mean, the one who casted it, or all the Shugenja?
Well, yeah, you have to keep in mind that the actual kami is not something that normal people can see.
I think what he's asking is, even though Mike's character is the one who cast it, if there are other Shugenja in the room, can they also hear it?
Yes.
Hurst. It's not good.
No.
I think your heirloom might have a bad aura about it.
Indeed. But
so you have two options when it comes to this. You can either follow the tracks, or you can try and search through the village of a Tochigi before doing so.
I look over like, well, I say that if the tracks are leading us somewhere, I say that's where we go.
I agree.
What if they're just a false?
Yes.
What if they're just a false lead? It could still very well be here in the village.
Indeed, if the...
And by the way, be afraid, be very afraid. The lady has finished her breakfast and now she has cotton candy.
You gonna die.
I will inform your next of kin. And so what? What is Otaru thinking about investigating in the village first?
Yes.
Yes.
It's still that it's around evening hours. It's going to be sundown pretty soon.
Question is, where did they get the horses?
That's a very good question.
Yes.
It's very possible they could have brought them with them.
Where would they leave them?
Exactly.
Guess we better follow the tracks and find out. And the hair. We can find a divination spell that could possibly help us. But I don't know
Well,
who
that's
in this
what-
town
that's
would
what-
do it.
Yeah, that's what commune would usually do for you, but they don't want. But the spirits don't want to get involved in the area.
Ah. No
The problem is with I being cursed, the spirits do not want to cooperate.
Fair enough. Let's see what we can
What
do
I suggest. What I'm suggesting is that a few of us split up, or a few of us start searching the nearby area of the closest to the home. And then from there, if nothing's found, we can follow the tracks.
All right. I'm giving you. I'm going to give a few options. There's of course there's the tea house. You could talk to some of the groundskeepers near the palace. There's the merchant district, and there's also the Crane guardhouse.
I say the guardhouse first.
All right, so that's
I'm saying guardhouse, tea house, merchants,
all right.
in that order.
Inside the guardhouse, you see two people in full armor manning it. Who it's very clear by the way they carry themselves that this is a very boring sentry position. So it's just a matter of approach. The first thing that they note is the fact that Otaru's armor has the Kakita symbol on it, and they immediately stand at attention.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Is there something we can help you with?
Yes. Something's been stolen. I want to know if you have seen anything out of the ordinary so far.
Not really. Okay. Roll straight perception.
That was for me.
Yeah, roll. Yep. You managed to tie what you needed. Nice.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
You can tell that they're mixing truth with lies.
Hold on a second. Kotara's hand rests very slightly on her katana. Gentlemen, I suggest you be honest. Please.
One of the other ones goes, but what about the nudge?
Wait, what was that? I missed it. You kind of cut out there.
He goes, what about this? What about our missing third guy? And then the one you were talking to nudges the other.
Who's missing?
The Western guard, Daidoji Jinso. He left town about an hour ago. It would seem implausible that he would be the one who is your thief. But we've no idea. But he never talks to anybody, and we have no idea why he just left.
Did you see which way he went?
I'd imagine he headed west. Beyond that, I can't say.
And you said this was about an hour ago.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
No. Osano Wo was my witness. There's nothing else I can say. We were all the way out at the gate when we heard a noise.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to word this question, considering what clues we did find.
Who else is with Utara right now? Are all of us with her?
Unless you said you're investigating other way.
No, I would probably stick with her just to be on the safe side.
How long was his hair? Or how long was the hair that was found at the crime scene?
It'd probably be fairly lengthy, enough where you could feasibly see it being put in a top knot. But that's all you can really say.
Okay.
And
was his
well, the other thing to note is that since you know that most of their hair white, it's not likely him.
Thank you, gentlemen. That'll be all.
Have a good evening, my lady.
While this is suspicious, I can assure you it wasn't our missing guard. The hair at the scene was black, correct?
Indeed it was.
It was no cranesman then.
And I believe one of you said that the next place should be the tea house.
Yep, tea house then merchant.
And
I'm heading to
obviously,
the tea house.
Yep. Obviously, it's not going to take you long to find the tea house because there's a big ass sign that's going to read Tochigi's Finest. You see, this place is a lot more populated than some of the other areas to enjoy its unique blend called Shimoko. Named after the owner, who seems to carry a friendly air about herself, but is also discreet about clientele.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to roll investigation, perception, or just straight perception, this would be a good chance to do so.
I'll do the investigation.
All right.
I'll do it too.
All right. Roll it. Oh!
Hello.
Nice.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, that's this game. That's the thing with this game. You get a 10, it explodes.
Roll.
You're not able to find out much, but Shiugemori, what you find you end up learning that there's not been there's not been as many people as usual, probably because they're heading in other directions, or they've already passed, or most of the important folk have already passed by. But a quiet woman with long dark hair stopped by the tea house yesterday and today. She enjoyed the tea in silence and left without much interaction. But the people you asked believe that the woman was intensely
what?
fueled by some sort of mission, given how she wasn't really social.
So we have a woman who is not very social. And what was this woman's name, perhaps?
None of the people that you ask are able to give you a name, simply due to the fact that, well, she wasn't exactly talking.
She had black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Lengthy. Interesting.
And last but not least is but one of them does say maybe you can ask that big money dealer Hero. He might have something for you.
Do you know where he is?
You can usually find him selling his wares in the merchant district.
Okay. Then I'll go inform the rest of the people about what happened that I found out.
As
Go
you
to the
head,
merchant district.
Mhm. All right. So, as you head there, you see selling what looks like they would be masks to prepare for the coming course of the spring festival. And he's certainly a rotund man. And he approaches you. That is a lovely mask on you, dear sir.
I look at him. Just stare at him.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, you can. Perhaps you can help me. I'm wondering if you know of a woman. And I explain to him what I'm looking for.
Oh, I've met plenty of women coming in and out of my shop, but all right, for this, I want you to roll raw awareness or courtier if you have it.
Courtier. Let's see. Hold on.
You said courtier?
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
Courtier awareness. Let's see. It's trained, so.
Damn, Vega, you're killing it with these rolls today.
Yeah. accident. I didn't realize I did this.
I got a damn good roll there.
Mm-hmm. So you find out that apparently he's with black hair bribing a guard.
That's interesting. Do you know this guard's name, perhaps?
Not really. They obviously the guards don't want to talk to me unless they think I'm selling something I shouldn't. Which for the umpteenth time I don't. I mostly sell masks and charms. I'm not selling pepper.
Kotaro looks up at Shugamori. It's entirely likely that our missing guard is the one that she was bribing. You think he might have opened up the way for her to get in?
It's possible. But then again, I just want to know the woman's name.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. It's very clear from everybody that the people who did see her, it's clear that she's not from around here.
Recognize
Let's face
her
it.
attire.
Yep. That's the. So you do have some leads about where to go next, obviously. But here's the bad news: it's now not, because of the amount of time. It's now nighttime. So you have two options. You either try and track it at night, or you try and track it after retiring for the night and head out at first light.
I wear the trail Michael called to go it if we wait till morning.
On the other hand, do any of you have night vision?
Checking.
That was rhetorical.
Hey, I'm still doing this stuff. It's worth checking.
But what do you think? What are you thinking? You gonna try and track the trail now, or wait until morning?
I'll wait until morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a morning thing to us.
Fine. Mr. Chogo's cold, it's on your heads.
All right. After turning in for the night back at the palace and getting the ride set up in the morning, you make for heading westward as soon as you can. Now, all perception if you don't have it, or hunting if you do.
Just perception.
Hunting. Okay. I'll do hunting.
Oh, jeez. JT is officially the anti-Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
He shall be the one to restore order to the Force.
You were the chosen one.
No, because not even being Space Jesus is enough to fix the Star Wars prequels.
Ouch!
And it is certainly not enough to fix the Star Wars sequels.
Moving right along before we get on a tangent.
And anyway, so you see that the tracks lead directly through a forest that lies on both sides of the border.
Find this, and I show it to, and I tell everyone, "What is this?" Tracks lead, but
this is where the tracks go to.
So I point to that direction.
Looks like we will have to cross the border after all.
Have the papers.
Well, we have them. Might as well make use of them.
As you go through the forest, you know that it was easy to get into. It was easy. It's very hard to travel through because of how dense it is. So, I want everyone to roll straight agility if they don't have horsemanship.
If they don't have what?
Horsemanship.
1 minute.
Oh. Well.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Yeah, but you're rolling fire. Why are you?
You said agility.
Yeah, I didn't say fire.
It's in the fire category. Look it up.
Yeah, but if
God damn it. Let me try again.
I got a feeling somebody's gonna bust their ass on a route.
okay,
It won't be me.
okay, show of hands here. Who did not break 15?
There we go. And god damn it.
Yeah, it makes two of us.
I know I didn't break 15.
Yeah, I'm about to break an ass.
Just as long as you don't break wind, we're fine.
All right.
I'm riding on sunshine right now.
So
My dog was in my room a while ago, and she would be saying, "Too late."
Fuji, Satoshi, and
Show.
yep, Fuji, Satoshi, and Sho. You end up having to slow down because of some of the terrain. But as you're traveling, you end up seeing 3 large armored Hida Bushi, who are very clear patrollers, and you immediately see they, and of course because of how much noise you're making with they immediately spot you and go and say, "You unarmed, unhorse right now and step forward, or you're going to be meeting the business end of a Tetsubo."
I'm unhorsing.
Not risking it, stepping down.
Yep. Stepping down.
Stepping down.
Stepping down, same deal.
After a moment of indecision, Hotaru begrudgingly gets off her horse.
All right, who's gonna approach them?
I'll approach him.
All right. Identify yourself right now. You are trespassing on Hida lands.
I am Matsu Sho. On an important mission for the Emperor. We were following the trail that led this way, needing to retrieve a vital artifact for him. We have our papers showing that we do have the ability to cross the border here.
Yeah. Yes. I'm sure. He looks over. He looks over at Hotaru and goes, "Yes, and I'm the Emperor's personal consort. Give me the papers."
We hand over the paper. I hand over everybody's papers.
And he takes.
Hotaru bristles at the jibe.
I just give them a very serious glare. I don't say anything.
Same.
Look. I don't believe you. I think you're just a band of brightly colored bandits. Boys, let's show them how we deal with bandits on Crabland.
If you want to fight,
Do you not have anybody from the Crab tribe in this party?
No, but you are a crane, and you know how they get.
Yes, I know.
fight if you will, but I guarantee you will have a fireball straight up your ass.
It seems these fools don't listen to reason very well. Oh.
Then maybe they will listen to violence.
All right, you know what to do. Roll initiative, people.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oops.
Crap. Wrong button still. I'll get this yet.
Where is the initiative roll?
It's going to be in your
under modifier.
Traits. Yep.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Done.
Oh, yeah, mine rolled. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I forgot to click your icon before rolling.
It's been a while since
Damn, Vega!
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to re-roll. I guess I'm gonna have to re-roll again.
No, I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. So, Bio, what did you get?
17.
Mike?
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
22.
And Shades?
13.
Vega had the best out of all of us.
Matty?
Why?
If I can find it, 14.
And Vega?
32.
Right. Let me arrange that properly.
And a little bit of insight, these guys from the Crab, let's just say our two clans are not on good terms. Or my clan and theirs are not on good terms, more specifically.
Same.
There's an understatement. Let me switch the music a bit. Okay, first is the rally, and that's why I put up that core mechanics sheet for everybody. And let's see, and Vega, you're up first.
I'm going to cast. How far am I?
You use the ruler. 35, 40, 35.
30? Okay, I'll hit the one with the 30.
All right, what are you casting?
I'm casting, according to the sheet that I have, of Envious Flame. Is that how you pronounce it?
Hang on, let me see that. Yep, that can be. You can cast that. Just have to press the cast button, and make note that that is one fire slot that you've just used.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try and raise?
Raise. Yeah, I can try. Press the button.
Say again.
Yeah, I guess I can raise.
All right.
I have none, so I don't know if it.
There are some universal raises when it comes to spell cast. Actually, actually, you know what? Never mind. The only raise that you could do is increased damage.
Okay, I'm gonna just attack.
So it's gonna be one raise.
Just one.
All right. Roll it.
Woo!
33
What the hell? Again?
Yeah.
The dice gods love you.
All right. So with that in mind, hang on. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, the dice gods take him out to dinner. I just get the alley.
Oh.
Nah, they bend you over without any lube, Mike. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dice gods take him to the Ritz. You get McDonald's.
Hey, McDonald's ain't the worst thing in the world. Hi, Burger. Hi, Burger King. How you doing? I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. That should be. So you effectively do a simple fireball.
Yeah.
And fortunately, this thing doesn't miss. In fact, it tries to dodge, and the thing just curves right in its direction. And
Ooh, homing missile.
Yep. So, but because of the fact that you did a raise, that means it's 3k2 damage. So let me just roll that in.
All right. 21 damage.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Which one could you ping which one that you hit? Just click on the
I think it's the one.
target.
Hold on. Is it
Click
the
on-
one?
Press and hold the button.
Yeah.
Press and hold. Okay.
Yeah, press and hold on the icon you want.
You
One
gotta be
that's
on
like
the
30.
pointer.
Yep.
I think he's saying this is the one he got targeted.
Mhm.
The one that's like closest. That's like 30 feet away.
Both of the two front ones are 30 feet away, so that's not telling me anything. That's why I told you to ping it.
Toshi. Where am I?
That one?
It's that one. I don't know if that's the one that I had in range.
It is.
Then I take out that.
Right, and let's see that it. Okay, so that's the third one. Let's see, and that was 21 damage. Which means he's at one hit and he's already at grazed level of wound.
Ooh.
And that's going to be it for on your turn. And Hotaru, you're up next.
All right,
And
which one of these dicks said that he was the Emperor's consort?
That'd be this guy right here.
I wonder if he's in range. "30 feet or 40 feet? I forgot what you said.
As far as what you can move,
Yes.
I believe. Okay, I thought I had it in there, but basically, your movement is equal to you can move your water times 5 as a free action or times 10 as a simple action.
Okay. All right, you said I had to roll water to.
No, I said that you can move. It's your water ring determines how far you can move.
Okay.
So it's either water times 5 for a free action or water times 10 for a simple.
All right.
I.e. 10 or 20 feet.
Oh. All right. I believe that's as far as I can get, but
Yep. You can either go to us. You can go to AS. You can go to a stance, or you can activate
that's what
a
I was
kata.
thinking.
What do you?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Way of the Crane for now. Kaiki Tabushi 1.
You already have you. So you're. That's for if you're doing the center stance. The katas that you have are in the background section because I didn't have any other spot to put it in.
Let me go ahead and get my the Iai Jutsu. I'm gonna use that. God bless. Let's see, centered.
Things. So that'd mean that you end your round, and on the following round you gain 1. Your next roll would be 1k 1 plus your void ring, and as a bonus, and plus 10 initiative.
Okay.
And in your case, that increases even further. So that's going to be you. Now it's his turn. He's going to. let's see. Okay, so we can move up to 20. So that is a free action, and he's going to assume full defense. So defense plus 3. So I have to make a bit of a roll here. Oh, geez, that means he's got his defense TN is now is 25 for as long as he's in defense. As long as he's in full defense. All right. And Yogan, it's now your turn.
All right, move as far as here, and on him, I'm going to cast the Fires from Within.
Spellcasting is a conflict.
Oh, so I moved too far then?
Unless you're... Yeah.
Okay, then move here. Since that's a... So I can't move and cast? I can only do one?
Yep.
Crap. Okay, moving back. My range is 100 feet anyway. So, like I said, I'm casting that one. Fires from Within.
All right.
And I get a free raise because of one of my Isawa's gift.
Mm-hmm.
Free raise on any spell casting rolls that's of my affinity.
And let me. So you can either do the increased damage approach, or you can use that and do a regular raise as well to hit 2 targets.
I'll hit 2 targets.
All right. Whatever the TN is normally, it's considered increased by 5.
Okay, rolling.
Yep. Barely made it, but you made it. Okay. What is your... Roll your fire.
To
basically launch 2 fireballs, and once I know the damage, then I'll be able to tell you how. Wow, I'm more.
Bio, what did you do to the dice gods?
Yeah, I think he ordered a mulligan there, Bio.
Alright, fair dues. Rolling again.
That's better. So, I need you to ping who's the first target.
This one.
Alright, let's see, and that's... Yeah, that's one. He's hit with...
And while you're doing that, I'll mark my 1 fire mark done.
Alright, he's down to... He's past grazed.
Oh.
So... It's going to have a +5 to the target number. And who's the second target?
This one.
Alright. Second verse, same as the first.
Uh-oh. Looks like Lady K dropped.
I hit the wrong button.
Whoops.
Hey, Show, it's your turn.
Okay.
Matty, what time is it?
Wow. Oh,
Maddie, what time is it?
How do I call this? I've never had to do...
K o'clock.
It's K o'clock.
All right. It's Lady K o'clock, mother. Just, wow. Caught me off guard with that. Dang.
Well, let's see here. Trying to see what exactly I can do.
I hit the wrong
fee.
fucking button. I can't believe that.
Yep, not much I can do, so I'll just go ahead and move.
Check your range, Mike. Your spells might have some pretty good range.
Well, he doesn't have much in the way of offensive spells. A lot of it is defense or support.
Yeah.
Ah.
So yeah, like I said, I'll probably just move right here.
All right.
In center.
Okay. Next is Fuji. So where are you going? Matty,
I'm sorry, what?
your turn.
I'm sorry. This is my cold brain kicking in, but I have to. There's 2 buttons I need to hit. First off is this one.
Brilliant. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
I do, but my part of my brain's going, it brain fart. Also,
Get in there! Get the fuck in there!
I'd scream it, but I don't want to lose my voice. Plus, I'm already down half a 2 liter of ginger ale, which...
Tell you what, Maddie, I'll do it.
It's a record.
It's Matty o'clock, mother!
Anyway, let's see. I had a whole plan in my head.
And it's gone.
Actually, no, it's still there. If my nose will cooperate and not have me sneeze now, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the refresh my memory? What's the maximum distance I can move feasibly?
Let's see. Since you have a water of 3, so it's going to be up to 30 feet. But this is one of those games where you can't move and attack in the same round because that's a high.
Yeah, it's one of those. So,
but you can move half that and as a free action.
Yep.
So 15 feet, and you can still attack 30 feet, and that's it.
I'm done. Thankfully, I can move. So I'm going to move right over here. Make that 10 feet. Let me just thing around, move over here. And, what can I do here? Give me a second. I'm gonna throw some. Wakizashi. Some throwing things. The throwing weapons.
You're throwing your wakizashi at him. Okay.
It says throwable at 20 feet. What do you want me to do?
Oh no, he's pulling a mic.
No. This one is perfectly feasible.
I'm looking at the notes here, folks. This is literally, I had like 2 hours to figure all this shit out.
You're literally pulling the Nell's Flight of the Phoenix.
Yep. All right.
You're pulling a gladiator.
He's not wrong.
Yep.
Okay, that's roll Wakazashi as a trained.
Okay. So,
By the way, JT, are you familiar with the John O'Clock button that we've been using?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
I'm gonna send you a link here. I'll handle this.
thank you. Some of one of the good WTF Mobots episodes.
I was just gonna send in the tribute.
Ah, ha ha ha. You'll be annoyed about halfway through, but it's still awesome. All right. Train in front of this, and yeah, that's a good roll, I think.
Let's see, 24. Which one are you're trying to hit him?
This guy over here.
So,
What, you want me to throw him over here? Or over here?
Well,
he's in defense. His armor TN has been boosted. Remember?
He used defense curl.
I'm sick. Shut up.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just throw him to this mook over here.
All right. See, in that case, that's going to hit. So roll damage.
There you go.
Nice. Not bad, not bad.
Which means his wound count is now up to 40. See. He's out. Dad, don't forget to collect your weapon. I got him right in the face.
That next turn, I will run to that thing next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! Headshot.
Fuji with the first kill of the night.
Yep.
Fuck! I got a cold and I got cold brain, and I'm at half of it trying to watch Power Rangers and this at the same time, and I'm whipping all the ass. How about that, bitches?
Yep.
Actually,
And
speaking of kicking ass,
Satoshi, it's now your turn.
All right. Well, there's not much I can do right now. I'm not gonna be throwing my weapon.
So, what are you? Are you just gonna center?
You know what? Yeah, I can still move for free action, right? So I'll just move right here and then center myself.
All right. Now it's his turn. Let's see.
I'm getting ready for a counter.
Ready? He's going to. Okay, so it's defense, not full defense, because he had to make a full move instead of a half. So it's just the 2. So instead of getting a massive boost to defense, he's only having an increase of 3. But 23 TN is still nothing to shake a stick at. All right. Now it's that stage. I put a rally in the middle just for this sort of thing, and because of your effect, Hotaru, you are tied at the top, and you also have the bonus from being centered. So Let's see. What is your void ring at?
My void is at 3.
Right. Okay. So you'd be rolling. You would be rolling 2k4. You'd be rolling 2k4. Unfortunately, the only way to do that is a manual way. So I'm just going to roll 40. Because I don't have. So let's do. Actually, hang on a second. 2k. No. What am I thinking? Just roll straight void ring. I miscalculated. Oh boy.
Nice one, hon.
Yeah, that roll that's getting added to your attack this round. Oh. And there's also the fact that because of Kakita Bushi 2,
get out of my sheet.
Add two roll dice if you're using the katana.
Alrighty.
Because this guy has an initiative lower than yours.
So how would I go about doing that? Just put 2 in attack bonus?
Yeah.
And that would be under trained, right?
Actually, let me check something here. Yeah, it's going to be under trained. I thought you had an emphasis, but no, you don't.
44 total.
Were you going
Please tell me I beheaded him.
44 total. Well, that certainly hits. You want to use some. How many raises were you going to declare? You can declare up to 3. So
let's do roll 2.
Actually, since let's do. So in that case, add 2k0 to the roll, i.e., you're rolling 2 extra dice.
Also, my God, I forgot. Go ahead. I forgot to hit this button.
You got knocked the fuck out.
I am not present this evening.
So it's gonna be 8k2 for this.
Manny's going bye Egon. What do you got?
I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to roll this at.
On the katana column.
Okay, so what? Bonus attack keep, or just add two more die?
Add two more to weapon damage roll.
And then roll damage?
Yep.
Oh!
God damn!
So one of them double exploded. So is it this one who's getting hit?
He's right in front of me after all.
60. That is a total of 68. And let me see that. You needed 38 for him to be out.
There is no kill quite like overkill.
Yeah, there's a good way to teach division. All right.
Yep.
And
I got that joke.
your initiative goes down by 10 now. And now it is Shigemori's turn.
All right, let me see here. I am going to say something. Wait.
I'm giving up on you.
No. I'm gonna go. No, I asked them. I'm gonna say that to the last man. Surrender or die. Choose.
What do I look?
Choose your fate.
Do I look like a coward who hides behind a mask?
We're willing to let you. We're willing to let this slide.
He's
for your
saying
transgression against us.
He's saying that
Death before dishonor.
Well, that and the Hida are the ones who guard the wall. The only time they surrender is when they're dead.
Fair enough. And fair enough. Goodbye. And I end my turn.
All right. Yogan, your turn.
Hold up. I'm centered right now. If I'm reading this right, I get an extra 10 to initiative.
Yes, you do.
Same
so
here.
I would be next.
I swore I put that in. So.
Oh, he's gonna be dead by the time I get to him.
All right, then. Satoshi, do the thing.
Alrighty then. Well, since I'm wielding my two blades, because that's what I do. Because if anyone is asking, I actually dual wield both a katana and my wakizashi.
Yep.
I'm gonna unleash hell on this son of a bitch. So I'm gonna hit him with I'm just basically gonna chop him to bits. And we'll start with the katana because I'm actually trained with that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and roll that. Son of a bitch.
Hang on one moment. Because there's one thing that you forgot to do for. There's one thing that you forgot to do first.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll my void.
So a total of 30 then.
Yep. And let's. And the other school effect doesn't take place, and you haven't activated a kata. All right, so that means your total is 33, and that definitely hits. Are you gonna raise?
Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and raise a couple.
All right. Boost up the roll, the damage roll by 2.
All right. All right, and rolling damage. Really? All that and the dice gods hate me.
Not necessarily. That's still a confirm.
So I still knocked him out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh fuck! I'll take whatever I can get then. At least I got a kill.
Was that? Well, it's not overkill, but it is a kill.
Nice strike, clean brother.
And I just look over and nod my head.
Let me switch the. Okay. So eventually, you managed to continue on your travels, getting back on your horse and heading to the village of Wachimasu. This is a larger village than Tochigi, but isn't as fanciful. It is a crab clan village, and as you might expect, is extremely pragmatic. The place is built for function over beauty, and that includes its inhabitants. Even though Wachimasu is many miles away from the threat of the Shadowlands to the south, the buildings of the village look fortified for heavy battle. This precaution seems to have justly been needed, as Wachimasu suffers from signs of recent battle. A large bonfire at the end of the road rages on, fueled by goblin and human corpses. The villagers seem subdued by their recent losses, but determined to press forward. The reputation for perseverance is reflected in each of the villagers' eyes. It has one inn, a sake house, a blacksmith, and a large estate. The rest of the village is populated by farmhouses and is unremarkable for the most part. Most of the people who you do see out and about are busy fixing broken buildings and clearing out debris from the streets.
War.
This is also the same place where this is also known as the place that Hida Samano runs.
That's who we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
War. The crowd thrive on it. Such a
Any
sad...
battle. Try to go in.
Right. Okay. After you show some of the papers, the guards who are outside of his residence are significantly kinder to you. However, entering Samano's manor feels like a different experience. Unlike Doji Haruki's extravagant palace, Samano's building is utilitarian and ready for a major invasion. You see guards standing before every door, their eyes drifting over everything to make sure it possesses no threat. Hina Samano is the only thing that doesn't fit in with the rest of the building. It's clear that his warrior days are over. As you approach the audience chamber, he scowls and waves you closer. "You must be Haruki's newest attempt at swindling me," he shouts. And for the record, just so you guys have an idea of the image, there is Hida Samano.
Okay.
It's very clear that when you enter his audience chamber, he's he's not exactly taking kindly to you. And he's outright accusing and insulting you, claiming that you're just pawns in Haruki's attempt to look good.
Just be honest with him. Look, we're just investigating a theft. That's all. Yeah, and I'm just trying to investigate what happened. Other than the fact, I don't suspect you, but then again, you're making it sound like we did it.
As far as I know, you may as well. What kind of lies do you hide? What kind of lies do you hide under that mask, Soshi?
Watch your tongue. An insult against all of us is an insult against all of us.
You watch your.
I was about to say, Mike, we are currently in his manor, surrounded by his guards. Diplomacy is key.
You watch you. Oh, it's nice to see a crane with some sense. But as for you, little red bird, you watch your tongue. Don't forget who you're standing in front of.
Your Excellency, if I may.
Please, before your companion insults me further.
I go up
Pretty
to
much.
Mike's character, slap him upside the head, going, back in line, jerk ass.
We traveled from what's the
Tochigi.
We traveled from Tochigi into your lands because a relic was stolen from Hatoshi's?
Haruki.
Haruki. Because a relic was stolen from Haruki the other night. The tracks that we have followed have led to your lands, good sir. We're just trying to investigate what is going on. We're trying to recover the item in question. If I may ask, what has happened?
We may be far from our esteemed brothers on the Caillou Mall. Doesn't mean we don't have our own problems from time to time. A band of goblins decided they had the stones to try and attack a crab village. They were routed really quickly, but we still had some degree of casualties. And as you saw from the state of the place, some of the buildings around here have left a bit to be desired.
I'm sorry about this, my good sir.
Don't be.
I was wondering...
Things move on.
I was wondering if you might be able to give us some information. Unfortunately, we met 3 of the Hina guards in the forest. And they did not take too kindly to our presence.
I don't know. I don't know of any guards in the forest, but then again, the forests are very dangerous, as you could clearly tell. If they so happen to run into the wrong end of some creature hidden in those lands, well, that is their ancestors' loss.
Nonetheless, I was hoping you might be able to give us some insight as to the person of interest that we are looking for. If your villagers may have seen her in the attack before the attack happened.
You can certainly ask around. Just as long just don't cause any trouble. And if I catch one building up, I'm accepting your head as payment. However, there is the matter of addressing the insult that you have inflicted upon me. And I think one of my men would consider this a rare opportunity. He says as he looks directly at Hotaru. It's not often I see the moan of the Kakita in these lands. If you will be willing to duel one of my men in a simple battle of Iaijutsu, I will consider forgiving your companion's insult.
Consider it done. I will do my best. I will do my best to appease you.
Right. He snaps his fingers, and one of his guards, who is just using a katana instead of using the tetsubo that the other guards usually have, and the two of you step out into the courtyard. Let me switch. Now, Lady K, if you recall that there was a specific page dedicated just to dueling.
Yes, I actually have it up. I already have it up.
All right. So, and I'm going to use that setup. So, the first things first, as both of you assume the proper stance, and are in the centered stance. You have to make a roll of you have to make an Iaijutsu roll.
Just straight Iaijutsu?
And let me see your skills set up just to see if you've got. Actually, let me do. Okay, that. Because the tricky part is you're supposed to be. Let me add one skill at the bottom to see if I can fix it. And then what do you?
We're going to need to make a get out of my sheets button.
Yeah, just roll straight Iaijutsu, because unfortunately I can't modify what I wanted to.
That's going to be under trained, right?
Yep. What rank do you have in Iaijutsu?
3.
All right. Okay. All right. So you got 18. You had to beat 10. So you can learn one. You can ask me one thing from the list.
Wait, what?
You see the list. You see that list of bullet points. You can ask me one thing from that. And since you put in a raise, you can ask 2 things.
Iaijutsu skill and reflexes.
All right. His reflexes is 2, and his Iaijutsu skill is 3.
Okay.
let's see. And since you beat, actually no, you. And I'm going to ask, what is? Do you have any? What is your void ring?
3.
All right, and what is your void points? Have you spent any void points?
No, actually, I haven't.
All right. And what's your reflexes?
Crap, I gotta find where that's at. Oh, 3. I'm sorry.
All right. Now comes the second phase. All right. Actually, roll assessment one more time. So roll Iaijutsu again. Okay. Good. So.
Sorry, I had to find it again.
All right. Okay, good. So, now for the focus phase. You're going to be rolling. You are going to be rolling Iaijutsu again, but this time add since you managed to beat by 10. Roll. Add 1k1 to the roll. So one roll, one keep.
One roll, one keep, and rolling.
Focus is essentially both of you trying to see who can unsheath first. And all right, so that's what I got to beat. And I don't. And let's see. Hang on. 39 and 17. You have 4 free raises for your next one. Because now that you've done focus, now is strike. And since you got focus, you have to you get to roll first before I do.
So so just straight attack then?
Yeah. Roll. It's going to be Iaijutsu one last time. Because that is the tech that you're using.
All right. Bottom out the keep column or keep the die?
Bottom that out. Unless you want to, or just have it that you roll 4 more because of the free raises.
Keep or roll?
Roll.
I got a feeling this is gonna hurt.
Oh!
Yep.
For the other guy, maybe.
And you would be correct. So yeah, just as he's about halfway through drawing his sheath, your sword is immediately at his neck. I.e., you stopped just before you could have cut his head off.
Yes.
At which point Samano just gives a slow clap and says, "Wonderful, wonderful." It would seem that the Kakita reputation is not an exaggeration. And thank you for not cutting his head off. That would be
It was just supposed to be a representation of my skills, correct?
Accidents happen.
Not with the crane.
Anyway, I'll give you leave to conduct your investigation. But keep in mind, crab eyes never tire when they suspect someone. I.e., don't do anything stupid. So,
Of course, my lord. We will all be on our best behavior, won't we, gentlemen?
Yes.
Indeed.
And I just nod.
Bio.
As you
All
wish.
right. So since you're asking around, I want everybody to roll investigation.
That was straight perception, right?
If you so want to.
Ouch.
And whoops, I hit the wrong button.
Ugh.
Okay, Lady K, what did you roll? Because I didn't see it.
A 7.
Ouch, indeed.
I didn't do much better than her. I rolled a 9.
I don't have investigation. I have courtier, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
My skills are more combat based than they are social investigation based.
Fair enough.
Okay. JT, did you roll?
Let me. Not yet. I haven't done. All right, here we go.
The moment of truth.
Done.
Vega?
Yeah, I'm here. Perception, right?
Yep.
All right, let me look if I have it.
Water column.
Under spells, let's see.
Why are you going under spells?
It's going to be
in
under your water
skills. Traits.
If you're just rolling straight perception, it's on your water column, Vega.
In traits.
Oh, hold on. Traits. Okay. That.
Okay.
Perception. Let's see. The water column. Okay, perception. There you go. All right.
Let's see what we...
That's strength.
I said strength. That's... I
said perception, not strength.
I'm speaking English.
Hold
Hey,
on,
Matty,
hold on,
what
hold on,
time
hold
is
on.
it?
There you go.
What the...
Oh my god!
Okay, that's not a fuck up. He got...
The exact same roll.
I'm not cheating, so do not.
Somebody
No.
You can't cheat on this thing.
Somebody clip that. Somebody
The first time he got a 5, an 18, and a 6. The second time he got a 17, a 5, and a 7. That still adds up to 29.
Yeah, if there's anyone on Twitch, can we please clip that? If you don't know, in the bottom corner, there's a little clip icon. In the bottom right corner, there's a clip icon. You can make a clip of that.
Also, it's monk o'clock, motherfucker.
No. It's not monk o'clock. It's Vega o'clock.
Well, monk o'clock for dropping out of roll 20.
Yeah.
It's a Vega o'clock immediately reversed.
Okay then.
But
Wow.
Check the Discord, honey.
can we get a John Cena on this one too?
No.
And his name is John C.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Not really.
Not really, no.
So what do I get out of this whole perception thing?
Okay.
Besides the love of the dice gods?
Okay. Now here, you all had split up and decided to do a bit of digging. Bio, you had just spoke. You had not Bio, Mike, because of your background, because of Show's background. You spoke with some of the villagers.
Yep.
Some of them will talk and show proper deference as afforded to samurai. You do hear about the goblins' attacks, about the crab's duty, and the animosity between Samano and Haruki. Though when you bring up the theft thing, they flippantly say that Samano is a man of honor who would not stoop to theft. Speaking to this, let's see, Shades, Satoshi ended up speaking to the city guard, who are as surly as you'd expect of Hida. Said only one outsider came by recently, escorted by another patrol. She was a young woman with black hair, but we didn't question too much on her because she had traveling papers from Sepun. She went into the inn, took a room, and then she left shortly after.
Who did he say those? Who did he say that was from again?
No, the woman. Yeah, that's the family
the swords.
Yeah, those were tied to the Sepun family.
The wheels in my head go round and round, round and round, round and round.
Matty, Fuji decided to investigate the sake house, which is empty aside from the board owner of the establishment. Kazuo, the owner of the place, happily spoke with you, but all you found out is that everybody's been too busy fixing up. Nobody's been bothered to drink some sake for the past 2 days.
Let me guess. I'm completely shit-faced right now.
Nah. Besides, mantis tend to operate on the seas. It's really hard to get a mantis shit-faced.
True.
Oh, by the way, hun, the wheels in your head are going round and round. What does that mean? The smoke machine's working again?
I'll be back, boy.
Shade? Right.
Anyway, no, hold. I need to finish explaining the role. So hold off on killing him.
Too late. She's already going over here.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
That's like the meeting I got earlier.
Uh-oh.
Somebody call 911. I think you finished.
Yep. Anyway. Anyway.
I'm just gonna hit this button real quick.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Moving on.
Yes.
All right, give Lip K a minute. She's got to get back to her desk. Ow!
All right. All right. Yogan, you and Shades, 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 you and You had a few words with the blacksmith, who seemed to have, didn't have anything of note. When you went to, and Hotaru, when you went to the alongside
Mildra, I gotta stop you right now. You keep cutting out, dude. We're hearing bits and pieces. That's it.
Discord hates me tonight.
Are you using push to talk, or are you using just voice activity?
It's worked fine so far.
Not really, it hasn't. This is a very frequent problem, but tonight it's just at its worst.
Connection issues, probably.
Yeah, but again, it sometimes could also be voice activity, because if it doesn't detect a loud enough voice, or if the settings, if it's not set sensitive enough, it won't pick it up and it won't go through. So I think he needs to switch to push to talk. That's what I used.
Yeah, probably.
I'd do it too, because the reason why is because my guildie that we had, no joke, had a talking problem, and whenever we overhear her talking about something in her country accent, we just basically we cringe every time we listen to her. No joke. We love her to death, but she's just. But when you hear her in the background talking to her family, it's like we just cringe. You're like, oh God.
Hey, Matty, you know that feeling.
Don't diss the country accents, boy.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm
not talking to you.
Well, I know the feeling. Why? Explain, sir.
How often do we hear you talking to your family and having to talk in French all of a sudden? Not that it's cringy, just that, we hear it happen a lot.
How's about now?
Be talking about my French Canadian heritage.
But you have to realize.
I just said it's not cringy or anything, but it does happen more often than you realize.
I realize.
Just drop it.
I
realize it's a kid.
You. I'm pulling your chain.
Chickshaw.
This is the train. We're off the rails now.
Yes, off the rails. May I get us on the rails?
Please.
Thank you. Anyway, Hotaru and Soshi, Shigemori, you end up heading to the inn. And while the innkeeper is very discreet about his clientele, and this is a role for you, Hotaru, roll courtier.
Yay!
God damn!
Woo!
RIP headphone users.
Sorry.
Oh, please, Bio, wasn't that bad.
I'm joking, of course.
Someone make a soundboard for that one.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Of her saying, wow!
And anyway, you do convince the innkeeper that it's for the greater good. And yes, I am implying that you effectively have Hotaru playing good cop with Shigemori playing bad cop.
Yes.
And somewhere in the universe, somebody says, "Wow, Batman playing good cop." Everything's relative.
But you want me to go with that creepy voice thing in the stare at him like?
No. But anyway, you find out that...
Ow. That hurt. Ow.
First off...
Let me try something. No one knew me until I had this mask on.
Okay, you redeemed yourself. Anyway, you find out that a woman named Sepun Kazumi took a room last night. After he... Sure.
Which room?
She's already left. I don't see any room. I don't see any room in sharing with you.
Was her hand bandaged?
Roll investigation.
I don't have investigation.
Use it untrained.
I know, but it's gonna suck.
The DC is really low. There's no way you can fuck this up.
Wanna bet?
I stand corrected. JT, you roll.
Wow.
What's even worse is 4 is my lucky number.
Oh, I think a metaphor just dropped on the ground.
And
Can I re-roll with just perception?
You can't see it, but I think you know what I'm doing, Matty, and I have no idea why I'm doing it. But anyway, you do find the room doesn't seem like much, but you do find left on the floor a bloody bandage and an open window with some footsteps.
anyway, I think this is the one you were looking for.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
We see a bloody bandage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I think I know who can help us. Need a divination. But then again, I'm not an expert in divination.
Well, you can always commune.
I have that ability or that spell.
Matsu!
Yep.
Atsuko!
I will commune with my ancestors.
All right.
What the hell was that?
Let me get quiet.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow!
You're actually redeeming yourself for once.
Golf clap?
Yeah, the dice gods seem to hate me tonight. That seems to be what this is.
Maybe because it's a different game, so the roles are getting shuffled.
Yeah.
I think
Because I'm getting some pretty shitty rolls too.
I think it's just whenever we do a monk mini in general. Anyway, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, you were making fun of Peter Cesarso too.
Wait, when did I do that? I never said anything.
No, it was Mike who was making fun of him.
No. No, y'all was who made the comment that the Peter Stars was the mic of Hyperforce. I never said that.
I'm getting away with prank murder tonight. Jeez.
Moving on.
Dude, I'm the least of a motherfucker here.
However, like I said, it's towards the mountains, and I'm going to make a small adjustment. Now, granted, you're not going to have to deal with much in the way of snow or anything like that because it is close to springtime. Let me see. Hold on a second. The only problem is you guys had to do some climbing, and some of you are better. 3 of you can handle climbing decently. The other 3 can't. I'll let you guess who.
good one.
I'm not gonna have you. I'm not gonna have you roll for it. Just pointing that out. But as you're going down the path, you crest the hill and you spot a figure in the distance. You can't spot any specific features since she's facing away from you, and she seems to be almost in prayer in the cave. But from her hair and the bandages on her hands, I think you can put 2 and 2 together.
Wait a minute. Is she being guarded?
No. That was something I decided to abandon. If you scroll up a bit, let me pin it.
We all approach her, or just stand there.
You can see the. You can also see in the distance the goal. The daisho lies on the ground before her, the blades bare from its sheath. Before you can even step forward, she draws a large axe from a sheath on her back and swings down. And you right on the daisho. The next thing that you hear is a loud crack. And well, what do you think is going to happen when you put an axe to a katana like that?
It's destroyed.
It shatters, but I think she's actually trying to cleanse it.
No, she's trying to release whatever trapped inside it, or whatever cursed it.
Jesus. Who's the? Please do not insult me. At least reveal yourselves.
At this point, I still for
my lady. I am Doji Hotaru of the Crane Clan. We have followed you at the behest of God damn it! What was his name again, Mildra?
Doji Haruki.
We have followed you at the behest of Doji Haruki because, well, you stole something.
Yes, I did. I stole it for his own good. He doesn't quite realize what he was given, and that gift was not a boon, but a curse. I needed to destroy them.
You realize that.
The Shugenjas in our party. So Bio, Vega, Mike, roll a spellcraft check. You can either roll spellcraft or you can roll lore history if you have it.
Okay.
I do have lore. I have theology.
Spellcraft. Okay.
Rank 3.
Rank 3. So it's
rank 1.
Right.
Oh!
Not bad. High game. High was me and Vega. But Joe beat us both, so what's the matter?
Yep. By the way, if anybody can do a clip, I want somebody to do a clip of the ultimate Dave. However, the one thing that you do know is that an item that's been cursed cannot be so easily destroyed by just smashing it.
You think really striking it will remove the curse? Silly girl.
I will. Mind your Mind your betters, Shugenja. I will bury the pieces elsewhere. Scatter them across the Empire if I have to.
Wait,
As long
so I have to butt in. You sound like you really love the man. Why did you steal the sword? And you basically did it because you had to steal a cursed sword. You should never have tried to attack that sword, because if you do something wrong, you might end up dead.
I will not die so easily. And no, it is not out of love that I do this. It's out of duty. My duty is to the Empire and to the Emperor.
Fair enough.
I do so for nothing less.
Okay. I guess we should really decide what to do with her. We don't know what, because it is cursed. But she does have a point.
Do you intend to fight us, or should we take the blade back?
If you try and return it to, she draws her sword. If you try and return it to him, I will strike you. I will strike you down where you stand.
We'll try.
No, I don't think we should be returning it if it's cursed.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you don't return it, he's going to view that as you failing and disgracing him.
Okay, I got
Are there
an
any
idea.
way to cleanse the shard pieces?
She shakes her head. Not that I know of.
Well,
I was just told to shatter the blade, and that would cure it.
You were lied to.
Who told you this?
My own superior, Sepun Ayumu. It is very clear that we are at an impasse. I will give you an option. You can either walk away, head to someplace else in the Empire, and I will think nothing of you for it. If you wish to challenge me, I would ask that only one of you do. If you cannot beat me in a duel, then you must leave. If you defeat me, then the shards are yours.
Very well, I offer.
A crane's place is I appreciate your eagerness, but she then looks at Satoshi. I believe you will provide more equal footing.
Yeah, thanks. Pick the guy with the shit rolls. Thanks, Mildra.
Right. So given that, roll straight Iaijutsu.
Nice.
Oh, finally the Dust Gods are liking me today.
30 and all right, you managed to beat it with one raise. So you can ask 2 questions on that bullet point list.
Where is this bullet point list again? I didn't see it earlier.
It's in the core mechanics Google Doc.
It's near the bottom.
I must not have gone far enough.
Did the core mechanics document near the bottom of it?
I see it. I see it. All right. I'll ask for. Yeah, I'll ask. I'll do the same thing that Lady K did earlier. EI Jutsu skill and reflexes.
Let's see. EI Jutsu is is 3, and reflexes is 4.
So it's relatively even, though she's got a slight edge on me.
All right, what is your let's see, what's your insight rank? Or not actually, just what's your rank?
My overall?
It's going to be at the top. Yeah, overall rank. It's going to be at the top.
I see it too.
All right, so that means I got to beat 20.
Fuck.
All right, that means I get to ask 3 questions. Okay. What is your EI Jutsu skill?
3.
What's your void ring?
Also 3.
And do you have any EI Jutsu emphases?
Yes, focus.
All right. Appropriate timing, because that's the next phase. And let's see. None of us get a bonus to focus because none of us beat the other by 10. And so next roll EI Jutsu again. I know it's supposed to be EI Jutsu plus void, but since you have the focus emphasis, roll this as an emphasis roll.
Not bad.
Whoa!
Oh, just
Hello.
That's skinning the cat.
This, both of you draw and you attack simultaneously. This is what's known as a karmic strike. Since neither of us beat the other by 5 or more. All right. Which means instead of one of us getting the first attack, it's once again a EI Jutsu roll against the opponent's armor TN. So let me roll. Does 31 break your armor TN even with the modifiers?
Where's that at?
Traits. It's right next to initiative.
Yeah. Current TN's 28.
All right. Now you roll, and I'll tell you if you beat mine.
All right.
Okay, here's the bad news. You didn't break. Here's the good news. Because it's a karmic strike, it's technically a draw. So both of you resheath, focus round again. Roll EI Jutsu. Two.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Strike roll. EI Jutsu.
Whoops. Didn't roll at the same time there, but...
About to say, can I cast reversal of fortune on Satoshi?
If you did that, you'd end up losing honor for stepping into a duel. So yeah, she basically goes. You are very skilled. Look, you're very skilled, Lord Miramoto.
As are you.
It's clear to me that you will not yield. If your companions truly believe that you can purify this weapon, I see no reason to stand in your way. I was simply asked to destroy and bury the weapon. As far as I'm concerned, if it's buried in someone's traveling sack, or buried into the dirt, it is still buried. She sees the sword. Do as you will. And then walks away. Which leaves you with you have the dice show. Only problem is it's broken.
In other words, we need a blacksmith.
Yep, and where?
And a priest.
We need to go back over to the crab village.
Yep. So you heading back to Wachimasu isn't too much trouble because it's easier to climb down a mountain than up. And when you get there, you just make a beeline for the blacksmith. And the blades are shattered in two pieces. So who's going to approach the blacksmith about trying to fix this?
I will. I'm a man of the people. Surely a blacksmith can be able to help me out.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. And anyway, now thankfully the blacksmith does take care of it. As you see, he looks at the blades and goes, Who would do such a thing? Well, it's not often I get to work on some ancestral blades, but if I'm gonna make them, I'm gonna make them a Caillou way. I.e., you might be able to knock it down, but fuck that. We'll just build it. Demons might knock down the Caillou wall, but that's not gonna stop us from just rebuilding it bigger.
Is there any chance we could just please repair the blades?
Yep.
He makes the final clang of his hammer eventually and pulls away the katana and Wakazashi with a giant smile on his face. The finished blade shines with majesty, perfectly made as if it's never been broken. His mouth opens as if to speak, but suddenly nothing comes out but a tiny burst of sickly green gas. For one infinite moment, a piercing shriek echoes out of every inch of the Caillou's body. The blacksmith collapses, and in his place is the ghostly visage of a samurai in full battle armor. It draws a phantom echo of Diori's blade behind it and makes a predatory grin.
Oh, crap.
I said the weapon was... Now, here's the good news. I'm not having you guys re-roll initiative. And fortunately, it's... So this is going to be a... And for the record, what you're seeing here is a Gaki of the former Diori, a vengeful ghost. Or someone who died with really bad karma. So there's what you're dealing with. And unfortunately, the mini didn't update, so it's not going to look the same on the board.
We have to defeat it in order to purify the sword, right?
Yep. Let's see. And Vega, you're up first.
Let's see what I can do here. Let me see a spell that can...
Jeez, he's not rolling good either. He only got 16.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, which puts him in fourth place from the bottom.
All right. Let's see here. I will cast... Fury of Asana Wo. Or is called Asana Wo.
Osano Wo.
Yeah,
the fortune of fire and thunder.
Yeah.
All right, roll it.
Here we go. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
$24 versus 10. Wait. You cast the wrong spell. That's Yari of Air.
Oh, then scratch it. Hold on.
Damn.
Hell, it's even better. We'll take it.
Wow.
43.
Yep. Here's the bad news. You put a hole through the wall. Here's the good news. It's because you had him get hit with a lightning strike.
Wow.
All right. Unfortunately, nobody's within 10 feet of him.
God bless, I'm going to lose my head. He didn't want anything happening to the buildings.
Dumbasses.
Let's see if you can do a raid. Okay. Let's see let's see, what's your void? What's that? 2, so you can do 2 raises. So that's going to be an additional 1k0 on the roll. And so that means 7k2.
Okay.
And I'm just going to improvise this.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
God damn!
41.
Did our evil dude just go poof?
You know what? I was going to avoid this I really was, but I cannot help myself.
He's been thunderstruck?
Yes. his out wound level is 38.
One hit KO! Matty, hit the button!
Which one? There are too many.
The Fridays button.
Well, someone also mentioned Thunderstruck.
Mm-hmm. Someone put the John Cena theme song on.
No, we've done that already.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Holy shit, Here's the thing. L5R has a reputation of being a very lethal game. I think you're seeing that this reputation does not precede itself. But yeah. So he is out.
Also?
Yeah. So
I think
the blacksmith is still out cold. But the swords are still repaired and nice and shiny. Thankfully your little thunder strike didn't screw up the swords or the sheath. So you're able to take those back to Haruki.
Yeah, we pretty much got out of there as soon as we were done because we're like, we don't want to be around when Samano sees this.
Yeah. When you get back, you see that when you get back to Haruki's palace in the audience chamber, you see two other people. One of them is now one of them happens to be Samano, who they're trying to maintain civility because the other person who's there is Seppun Ayumu.
Yeah.
Let me guess. That was
the lady's master.
He says, "I do." He bows a bit and goes, "I do apologize. I offer my sincere apologies. I was only aware that the sword was cursed years after I gifted it to him. And even though Samano is a bit miffed that you caused a bit of a stir, he decides to dial himself back when he finds out that his most hated enemy had been cursed for years. Saying, Haruki, I hate you. But I can at least take some sympathy for you. Maybe at the next court we won't try to kill each other." He says as he and Haruki walk off, leaving you alone with Ayumu. But I would allow me to offer my thanks for your returning of the blades, but taking them back into my possession would be a dishonor. I would ask of you to maintain silence over the matter. It is a great shame that I exchanged a cursed weapon with someone, and I will go to any length to ensure that the court does not hear of this.
At which point I walk up.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Let me handle this one because you guys have been doing all the talking this run. I calmly walk up to him. As far as I'm concerned, this never happened. But the sword is now pure once more.
Holy shit! Silent Bob talked.
The dragons are as wise as I have heard for so long. It is good to see a level head in this room. But be assured. There are those who are fiercely loyal to my word on this matter. I expect you to keep your word on this as well. Are we clear?
I bow to him respectfully.
Then we have an agreement. I suppose I will see you all in 2 months. I'd expect you wouldn't want to be late for your business during the spring court. At which point he walks off. And that is where we're going to end it. So, Shades, I think it's time for the wrap-up.
Indeed, indeed. I hope you guys enjoyed our playthrough here of Legend of the Five Rings. Hopefully you guys had a fun time. Let's talk about what's happening the rest of this week here on RVTV. Tomorrow night, Ranger Recap Live. Join me and Matty along with EC Rider as we check out the latest episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. And, of course, your emails and comments as well. Our last show before Ranger Stop, folks. You don't want to miss out, so join us for that Thursday at 9. Friday, it's the WrestleCast with Matty Jay along with TWK talking about the wrestling news of the week and also emails and comments. Big night tomorrow, Friday, so be sure to join them for that, 10 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, we got a double whammy for you. It's the Helmsman with Tony Helms of the gang at 5, and the return of the Rising Sun podcast, the official anime podcast of RVTV, of RVT, and that'll be happening. I believe we've locked in the time at 8 p.m. Eastern, though. We're still confirming that.
Yep. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is good for me.
Well, we still haven't confirmed with Angie yet, but I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that'll probably work out. So be sure to be ready for that. If it's not 8, it'll be 9. Nonetheless, it will be on Saturday. Sunday, Toku Riffs Live. Me, Maddie, and Easy, and possibly even Spade Ace. We'll be checking out the latest episodes of Build, Q Ranger, Amazons, and Kyoryuger Brave. So get some Toku action Sunday at 7. Monday, it's the Shades Plays, where I'm going to take another round of the Link to the Past randomizer. And hopefully this time I won't get my ass handed to me. But, sorry, Maddie. I still did better than you. So join me for that on my...
I'm too tired to care.
So join me for that Monday at 8 over on my channels. Tuesday, it's Rift Down with CWK and the crew, checking out the latest SmackDown and providing their randomness like they always do. So be sure to join them for that Tuesday at 8. And next Wednesday, it's the return of the enemy within. We'll be back to some more Warhammer action and continue the next act in our journey. So be sure to join us for that next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, live right here on RVTV. And of course, if you enjoyed our content here tonight, all of our social media is located in the description below, so be sure to give us a follow. And of course, all along with my Patreon, if you guys want to help support the streams, make them more badass than ever, be sure to give me a subscription. Even $1 a month would be greatly appreciated. So consider subscribing today. In the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always. JT Vega, do you have a sign out for us?
No.
It was worth a try. It was worth a try. On behalf of Mildra the Monk.
My name is Mildra. I'm your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.
On behalf of Lady K.
All right, guys. Quick update. Seeing as
Streaming
next week.
Oh.
I just my finger keeps twitching. Nerve damage from the car accident. Anywho, I will not be streaming at all next week. Tuesday, as we know, is Halloween. I'm taking my kids trick-or-treating. Also, there is a chance I'm going to have to work either Wednesday or Thursday. I am trying to push for Thursday as much as possible, so that way I don't miss next week's The Enemy Within. But it's very plausible I might not be here next week.
Actually, are we going to have The Enemy Within, considering Maddie's going to be out of town?
I am bringing the laptop, so I might be, and the Logitech webcam, so I might be able to do it to pull it off.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Nope. That's gonna depend entirely on hotel Wi-Fi.
We'll let you know if anything comes up. Worst case scenario, we might do some Jackbox next week if we have to.
Anywho, as I was saying, I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. Keyword being try. But otherwise, I'm Lady K, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Rock on, everybody.
On behalf of BioHybrid,
I'm BioHybrid. Shine on you, crazy diamonds.
Mike Shell.
This is Mike Shell reminding you to who leave in Phasma.
And Matty Jay.
Fuck influenza.
Dude, seriously, zinc and vitamin D.
Well, I've been drinking a shitload of water. Believe me, it's going through me. Period. Believe me. Anyway, manager Help Professional Wrestling support you. Fuck, I hate this stuff he knows. Help Professional Wrestling support independent promotion as soon as possible.
I'm the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on!
Special thanks to Eric Vaughn and Cure You Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.